So I'm here with Ashley, who is owning an awesome little TJ, and she's had it since you were in high school, right?
16.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we want to learn from Ashley a little bit about her Jeep, and this is a Jeep that we're working on for Ryan, and Ryan is looking to buy this Jeep because it'll be his daughter's first Jeep. So this was your first Jeep. Was this your first car altogether?
Yes,
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yes.
So what made you want to get a Jeep?
I honestly don't. That's a good question because I don't know. I just always loved them, and I always wondered when the boyfriend that I was dating at the time had one, and I wanted a JK really bad, but my dad was like, "No way, first car, it's gonna be not that nice." So I begged and I begged and I begged, and he was like, "No way, it's just not a car that we're gonna do." And then on Christmas Day, he told me to take the trash out, and it was sitting in the garage.
That's
and my birthday
awesome.
is the day after Christmas, so it was a good birthday surprise.
Yeah, I bet. So what was your reaction to that though? Like just scream and holler? Did you drop the trash?
I screamed and I dropped to my knees and I was just bawling. I was like, is this the one that we went and looked at forever ago? And they were like, yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what have you done in this Jeep?
Everything. I have taken it up the canyon. There's some off-roading trails up there. I love to take the roof off in the summer. A lot of the times I would just take the doors off and leave the hard top on and just ride around with my friends. It was the year that I got my license that summer after sophomore year. It was just the best summer because it was so fun to drive around.
I bet. I mean, all your friends want you to drive instead of them.
Exactly.
That's amazing. Well, we're really happy that it's given you so many great memories. Did you ever get a chance to take it down to Moab?
No, I didn't. I know, which is surprising because the plates say I'd rather be in Moab.
I know. Well, I would rather be in Moab. Just never did it.
Yes.
But yeah. Well, it's awesome. Let's take a look at this Jeep and she can tell us some more about it.
It was, the owner right before it had it replaced right now. And this is plastic.
Which is great. Tires are coming close to the end, but that's typical, right?
She hasn't replaced that.
You know what the mileage is?
I got it at.
The Jeep is a 2001, is that right?
Yep.
TJ Sahara. It's got the tan interior and the tan top. It's the white color. Has air conditioning, good heater, lots of little rust spots here and there, but that's the kind of stuff that we'll love to have Sadie help us fix up and get working on. There's little paint spots that need to be fixed up. Mostly cosmetic stuff. Generally speaking, she's taken really, really good care of this Jeep. Let's take a look at the interior. Hey, Ashley, come open the door here. You got to tell us the story about this. What is going on here? Did you have a broken stereo and you tried to fix it with gum?
Yeah, so we replaced it. It's actually putty from Home Depot, but we replaced this because it was old and this knob wouldn't work. So we replaced it, and then one day from just opening it and closing it, the latch is...
Well, it's putty from Home Depot. I literally thought that you just pulled your gum out of your
mouth
and tried to stick it in there to make it stick up there.
Gum.
That's awesome. Exactly. Well, the interior looks really, really good. You can see she's taken really good care of this. You can always tell when someone loved their Jeep because they washed it, they took care of it, they changed the oil in it. This is gonna be a great little first Jeep for Sadie. We're really excited to get it back, give it a full work over, change the fluids, work on some of the rust, and just make it look awesome. So, hope you enjoyed it. Ashley, thank you. This is gonna be excited. We're really gonna have a lot of fun with this. Yeah, so thank you again, and we can't wait to see Sadie's reaction when she sees this Jeep for the first time. Maybe you should have her take the trash out on Christmas Day, just like Ashley had to.
Not a bad
So,
idea.
pretty fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and we'll talk to you soon. So we're back in the garage with Ryan's new TJ, and one of the things we want to do is take a look at these wheels and tires and see if they're ones that we can upgrade easily. So I have a 2001 TJ, it's the exact same year as this. It's got a larger lift and 33-inch tires. These are only 31-inch tires. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these tires off, put my 33s on to see if they fit well and if they rub at all. And if they do rub, then we'll know that we have to get a lift, maybe even just a spacer lift or some sort on this TJ before we can get larger tires on it. So Ryan, you've already started pricing out tires and looking at tires. You're set on 31s, right?
I'm
Or sorry,
33s.
33s.
Yeah.
33s, yep. So this should be a relatively easy process. You've already broken all the bolts. Now we're gonna use the lift to lift it up.
Yep.
And pull old tires off. And I do need you to promise me that we will actually get my tires back afterwards.
Let's see how it goes.
With the lug nuts cracked, and a couple of them needed a little WD-40 and some heat, and a breaker bar. But now we can take those all the way off and remove the old tires. Last tire's coming off. Ryan, are you sure you want to make the change to 33s? Those 31s seemed really light.
I gotta lift the weight to get gains, right?
I don't think that's why we put larger tires on our Jeep. With the 31s off Ryan's Jeep, now it's time to take the 33s off my TJ and swap them over. Remember, he doesn't get to keep them. So that's a 33 on your Jeep for the first time, and just at full droop, that's actually looking pretty good, buddy.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about it. I don't know if I'm gonna give these back. I made no promises.
What did you say? Well, you can't have any more then. You only get the one.
That benefit to me still.
I wish there was a button you could press to stop him from stealing my tires, but I think by the time this video, by the time we finish making this video and you watch it, it'll be too late for that. So it's okay. We're gonna see how awesome this looks. And I'm guessing that we're gonna have some rub city in here. I think we're gonna see some big rubbing, and he's gonna have to get a lift. So they're gonna have to come off. While we have the tires off, it gives us a good chance to really take a look at some of the rust that we're experiencing here. And there's quite a bit of it, especially around all the joints. But yet, there's still parts of the Jeep that don't have any. So how do you treat rust? We typically will file it down, get it to a point where like no additional rust seems to be on there. And then we hit it with a rust remover, a rust reformer spray that changes the chemical composition of the rust to be something that won't spread. So that's the plan with this Jeep. It's gonna be a lot of work because there is a decent amount of rust on here, but structurally, it seems like it's in pretty good shape with a few small exceptions. Right in here, close to the transmission skid plate, you can see that the rust is not just on the surface, but it's actually starting to eat through the body of the Jeep. Now at this point, we're not the level of mechanics that could completely prevent that. However, I think we could get a lot of it off, slow it down, and hopefully treat it enough that it won't, progress rapidly, that it will allow the Jeep to work and last a lot longer. So we'll see. Now, this bumper, however, that's a lost cause. That thing's rusted almost all the way through, and it's gonna have to go.
Actually, want to throw these on by hand to start.
So I was doing a little clinic for kids, 14, 15-year-old kids the other day about Jeep repairs and, auto repairs, how to check fluids, things like that. One of the sessions we did was about how to change a tire. And we taught them all the star pattern. You draw your finger like a star in the air, and I said that's the pattern you use to be able to tighten up a tire. It was really interesting. Sorry. It was really interesting to hear the questions that they asked. Why do you have to do that? Why does it matter? Well, those who changed a tire and haven't used that star pattern before have probably had an experience where the actual lug nuts got tight on one side but not tight on the other, and it caused the wheel to not line up perfectly. So it's really important that as you do that star pattern, what it's doing is it's actually making sure that the wheel slowly gets over and gets all the way onto the the wheel hub. Those threads sometimes will catch the holes in your wheel and will cause it to not line up perfectly. So by doing that star pattern, then it allows you to make sure that you've tightened your wheel down all the way and get it perfectly aligned.
Awesome. You want to check which direction you're going before you start.
Did you unscrew it? Yeah. Nice.
Do you
want an extension on that?
Yeah, do you want to?
Another way to think about it is instead of a star, just do the lug nut that's the farthest away from the one you just did.
We're gonna need a lift.
Yeah, that's really close to your fenders. It'll be interesting to see if they rub. So you can see, well, let me move positions here so you can see better.
Let me take that drill wrench on.
Yeah, it's all set, ready at 120. So the Jeep itself looks pretty good on 33s. It does change the look of it a lot. And as Ryan gets those final bolts torqued down, we're gonna go take it for a spin and see if it rubs. 33s are definitely the right size for that Jeep. And it suddenly feels like it's a big kid Jeep and not a little baby Jeep anymore, which...
I'm a real boy!
Exactly. Yep, I was just moving the arms and they smacked into each other. What are we at a service station?
Come on, you should come too.
Heck yeah. So, it looked pretty darn good pulling out of the drive. Now let's see how it drives. Does it feel any different?
No. I think the biggest thing I'm going to listen for or look for is turning. This will get, I guess, good content.
So, no rubbing at hard turns, which is actually really nice. Although, once it's articulated, if we go off-road, that'll be completely different, right?
Yeah, and the purpose of this Jeep is it's going to be a road regular vehicle, but we still want to build it to be ready to go off-road.
Yeah.
And so I think as I look at this is mom and dad are going to take care of wheels and tires. We're going to put those on now. But then when we look at doing a lift, that's something Sadie will definitely need to be involved in installation. I want her to understand what it does, what purpose it serves, how to do it, why it's in place. And then if she's ever out on the trail, she's that much more educated should something ever happen.
Good move. Well, that was a great test. Now let's take those wheels back off, and then we can get the old ones back on, and then we'll be on to the next part of the project for Sadie's surprise. Well, it's several days later, and we're getting really close to Sadie's birthday. And Ryan has just brought the Jeep back with some brand new tires. He loved the tires that we took off of my TJ and put on there, and I think the ones he got for Sadie's TJ look great. Let's take a look.
Did you guys get me a Jeep? Yeah, right. That would be awesome. That would be really fun. Maybe on my 16th birthday. Wait, what?
Go.
Oh my god! Wait, what? What?
Here, let me get out.
Did you know?
She's literally...
It's got no windows!
Hey, you're paying for it.
I Don had in his garage.
No, Sadie, we've had this for 3 weeks. You've been sending us links and we'd already had it.
It's so perfect.
Go give it to kids.
Can I get in too?
Yeah, that door's kind of weird. There's little things we got to do to it.
We gotta fix it up a little bit.
Nope, not getting in.
Yeah, that door's messed up. I'm so excited. I'm sorry I guessed it right before, but you guys were like, how's Sadie walk out? And I was like, maybe they did get me a Jeep.
Yeah, we probably should have been a little bit more relaxed about that.
But I will say I was not expecting, like when I went to bed last night, I was like, I wonder what I'll get for my birthday. And I was not thinking a Jeep at all. I had no idea.
Nobody did.
You guys did good the last 3 weeks making sure I was like, no, that one's too expensive.
I know.
Well, happy birthday, sweetie.
Yay!